Before we begin, welcome to Dogaholic, a place for people who have always felt that dogs are far more than pets. They are companions, protectors, emotional mirrors, and sometimes the one soul in the room who understands us before we even speak. If you've ever caught your dog staring at you and wondered what was really happening behind those eyes, then you are in exactly the right place. Here we go beyond simple training tips and surface level behavior. We talk about the emotional world of dogs, the quiet ways they communicate, and the deep bond that exists between humans and the animals who choose to love us so completely. So if you believe your dog has been trying to tell you something all along, make sure to subscribe to Dogaholic, give this video a like, and stay with me until the end. Because what your dog sees when they look at you may be more powerful than you ever imagined. You know, life moves so fast that most people barely have time to notice the small things anymore. But dogs live inside those small things. They notice the pause in your breathing, the change in your footsteps, the tension in your shoulders, the silence in a room. And if you've ever sat quietly for a moment and suddenly felt your dog's eyes on you, then you already know there is something almost mysterious about the way they look at us. Most people assume a dog looks at a human and simply sees the person who feeds them, walks them, or opens the door. Some believe dogs see us as pack leaders. Others imagine we are just strange, oversized animals they learn to tolerate. But the truth may be much deeper than that. Your dog does not look at you the same way they look at another dog. Inside your dog's mind, there is already a clear understanding of what a dog is. They recognize dogs as their own kind. They respond to them with a very specific language, posture, energy, scent, sound movement. Dog-to-dog communication has its own system. But when your dog looks at you, something different happens. You are not simply processed as another creature moving through the environment. You occupy a category all your own. To your dog, you are not just another animal. You are not just a human. You are something singular. That is why the way your dog greets you is often unlike the way they greet anyone else. The sounds are different, the body language is different, the emotional charge is different. There is often a softness and urgency or a kind of joy reserved only for you. Somewhere along the way, your dog built a private language just for this relationship. And that relationship is not built on words. We humans care so much about appearance. We think about what we look like, whether we seem tired, whether our face has changed, whether someone notices the details. But your dog has never known you through fine visual detail the way another person does. Dogs do not experience your face the way you experience it in the mirror. Their world is not built around sharp visual perfection. Their vision is softer, less detailed, less dependent on the tiny features we tend to obsess over. So if they are not memorizing every line of your face, how do they know it is you instantly? Because your dog has memorized your rhythm. They know the way you move when you are relaxed. They know the way you move when you are tired. They know the sound of your footsteps when you are carrying stress. They know the version of your walk that means work and the version that means adventure. They know the tiny lean in your body before you stand up. They know the difference between your silence when you are peaceful and your silence when something hurts. This is why dogs can seem almost psychic. They are not reading your words nearly as much as they are reading your pattern. They study the music of your body. They learn your timing, your tension, your habits, your pauses. Over time, your entire presence becomes something they can recognize more accurately than most people ever could. Even the famous head tilt means more than people think. We often see it as a cute expression, something playful, something charming for the camera. But part of it may be your dog trying harder to understand you, trying harder to see you, trying to gather more information from your face, your voice, and your movement all at once. It is attention. It is effort. It is focus, wrapped in affection. And then there is scent, the hidden world your dog lives in every second. Humans rely heavily on sight, but dogs live through smell in a way most of us can barely imagine. To them, your emotional state is not hidden behind a smile. Your body is always speaking. Stress changes your chemistry. Sadness changes your chemistry. Fear, exhaustion, calm, excitement, all of it leaves a trace. Your dog does not need you to say, "I had a hard day." They often know before you even sit down. That is why a dog will sometimes come closer when your heart feels heavy. That is why they may follow you from room to room when something is wrong. That is why they rest their head on your leg on the exact day you were trying hardest to act normal. What looks like sweetness is often something even deeper. It is detection. It is response. It is care. Your dog may be reacting to signals you are sending without realizing it. Your scent, your energy, your breathing, your pace. They are not just near you because they want something. Very often they are near you because they sense something. And perhaps one of the most extraordinary things of all is what happens when you lock eyes. There is a certain look dogs give us that feels almost impossible to ignore. Soft eyes, lifted brows, a face that seems to ask for nothing and everything at once. Over thousands of years beside humans, dogs have become astonishingly skilled at communicating with our hearts. They developed expressions that humans respond to deeply. Those eyes are not random. That face is not accidental. Dogs have grown alongside us in a way no other animal truly has. And when you and your dog share eye contact, it is not just emotional in a poetic sense. It is biological. Bonding lives in the body. In that gaze, something is reinforced. Safety is reinforced. Attachment is reinforced. Love is reinforced. Your dog is not only looking at you, they are strengthening the invisible thread between you. This helps explain why dogs do not simply attach to the person who provides food. People often think the strongest bond automatically belongs to the person who fills the bowl. But anyone who has lived with dogs long enough knows it is not that simple. Dogs are drawn not only to care, but to nervous system energy. They often lean toward the person who feels safest to be around, the one who is calm, the one who does not overwhelm them, the one who can sit still without demanding anything, the one whose presence feels like rest. To a dog, calm can feel like love. Stillness can feel like trust. Quiet can feel like home. That is why so many dogs choose the person who simply lets them exist nearby. The person reading quietly on the couch, the person working in the garden, the person sitting on the porch doing nothing at all. Dogs are incredibly sensitive to pressure, intensity, and emotional noise. Often the safest human is not the loudest expression of affection, but the gentlest place to land. It also explains why your dog sleeps on your clothes, your shoes, your blanket, or any object carrying your scent. They are not being messy. They are surrounding themselves with your presence. When you are gone, your scent becomes the closest thing to you. It regulates them, it comforts them, it reminds them that the bond still exists even in your absence. So what does your dog really see when they look at you? They see the being whose rhythm they know by heart. They see the scent that means home. They see the nervous system that can calm or unsettle them. They see the face that has become a source of safety. They see the center of a bond their biology has been shaped to reach toward. To the rest of the world, you may be ordinary, but to your dog, you are not ordinary at all. You are the one they track across the room without thinking. You are the one whose mood changes the whole emotional weather of their day. You are the one they wait for. You are the one they trust to come back. You are the one whose presence makes rest possible. You are not just the owner. You are not just the provider. You are not just the hand that opens the door. To your dog, you are a living point of orientation in the universe. You are safety. You are familiarity. You are attachment. You are home. And maybe that is why their gaze can feel so intense sometimes. Because they are not looking at you casually. They are checking the bond, reading the atmosphere, confirming that the connection is still there. They are listening with their eyes, their nose, their body, and every ancient instinct love has built inside them. So the next time your dog stares at you from across the room, do not dismiss it too quickly. Pause for a second, look back. Because in that quiet moment, something beautiful is happening. Your dog is not simply watching you, they are finding you again. And perhaps that is one of the greatest gifts a dog can offer to make a human feel seen without a single word. If this video helped you understand your dog in a deeper way, then Dogaholic was made for you. This channel is for the people who believe every stare, every sigh, every paw on the leg, and every quiet act of closeness means something. We are building a space for dog lovers who want more than surface-level advice, people who want to understand the emotional life of dogs, the hidden meaning behind their behavior, and the extraordinary bond they share with us every single day. So if you felt something while listening to this, subscribe to Dogaholic and become part of this community. Leave a comment with your dog's name and tell us one strange or beautiful habit they do that you've never fully understood. And if there is someone in your life who loves their dog like family, send this video to them too. Because the more we understand dogs, the better we can love them, and the better we love them, the more beautiful this bond becomes. Until next time, stay close, stay curious, and keep listening to what your dog has been saying all along without ever needing words.